brings you today's action live. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. New group here. Olenek, he's checked in for Sullinger. Nicholson comes in for Amir Johnson. Crowder, he's checked in for Evan Turner. And Freak subbed in for Bradley. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Damari Carroll is out there with Terrence Ross. Then it's Corey Joseph. And there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. Now, here's Joseph. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Gav, he came out of nowhere to slam that one back in.
Well, that's making him pay for letting him get his hands on that rebound.
Yeah, is it ever? I mean, I doubt we'll see them make that mistake again. And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 20 points a game, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
Joseph with the ball. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's the screen. Ross with a wide open look. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Nicholson passes to Rosario. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
Well, when you talk about teams that had a great defense last year, you got to mention these guys. I mean, they were great at finding ways to come up with the ball. Deflections, loose balls, and steals.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And here is Joseph. Here's Powell, and the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got his first 2 points.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today. And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now. Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Fires from 18. They get the rebound. Biyombo. That's good. Biyombo's got his second bucket of the night.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
And it's Freak missing.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Powell kicks to Biyombo. Joseph dishes to Carroll. Baseline jumper. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Freak. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. Rebound by the Raptors. Biyombo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Oh, that's blocked. Here's Rosario. And Olenek kicks to Freak. They set the pick. Inside, it's deflected. Ross with the steal, knocked loose. There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. No one covering. Powell's got 5 now.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Rosario, good, and Smart gets the assist. And that's now 7 points for Freak.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Here's Powell. He's guarded by Rosario. Powell, the pass to Biyombo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Biyombo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's the screen. Ross with it, now guarded by Smart, and Carroll gets it to go.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Freak dishes to Smart, and a wide-open look for Freak. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it? I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Hits it from 3-point range. Freak's got 10 points. Now Ross inside with 4 seconds on the clock. Powell, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And that concludes the first quarter of... And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back.
A lot of people never really...
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention. Some changes here for the Celtics. Olynyk, he's checked in for Johnson. Crowder comes in for Evan Turner. And Freak subbed in for Avery Bradley. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Damari Carroll comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. So for Toronto right now, Bismack Biyombo is out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He finished with 19 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Toronto leading by 14. Kicks it to Powell, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession.
And while we have a moment, let's check the stats for DeRozan. Great showing for him last season. 7th in scoring, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it.
Nicholson's checked in for Jared Sullinger. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan, and stolen by Thomas. And here comes Thomas, leading the fast break. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Looking at the game for Thomas, he has 8 points and 1 steal.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
That mid-range shot has been a weapon for them up to this point, fellas.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Powell. The rebound by the Celtics. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
For Boston, they have taken 10 shots from the free throw line up to this point and made 6 of them.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Smart's checked in for Boston. He feeds it to Crowder. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Nicholson, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Puts it up from 15. DeRozan's shot is good. DeRozan's got 15.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now here's Smart. D right on him. Pass to Rosario. Cannot hit. Now Toronto takes it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last games.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. So, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
Raptors leading by 11. Now, here's Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The dish to Carroll. The three. And it's Freak with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Now the pass to Smart. 6 to shoot. Olynyk the pass to Smart. Here's Rosario. Offline with his 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And Joseph kicks the foul. There's a good screen. This one for 3. No luck, and it's Boston the other way. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
And that one's good. Free. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Carroll kicks to Powell. Lets it go from 14. And Boston with the rebound. Feeds it to Freak. He dishes it to Olynyk. 41 seconds left in the first half. Freak with it. 14 points for him. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Crowder. And there are the Celtics with another basket. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Joseph with the ball. Out guarded by Smart. Joseph dishes to Biyombo. Passes it to Joseph. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Outside DeRozan. No good off the front iron.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Raptors out in front. They're up by...
Some ground for you to make up, no doubt, here in the first half. What are the areas you need to improve on to get back even with them?
I think we just need to step our energy level up a little bit. We seem to be moving around like we were playing underwater in that first half. Second half, we come out with more urgency.
Good luck in the second half, Kevin, a visibly frustrated young man.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Bradley and Turner filling out the perimeter. Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Thomas in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Some changes here for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Sullinger. Crowder comes in for Evan Turner. And Freak subbed in for Bradley. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Damari Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And here's Freak. 14 points for him. For the tie, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You look at Johnson, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Well, I tell you what, this guy probably did not want the season to come to an end the way he was shooting the ball. He wanted to keep going.
First one falls for him. That one drops. He ties it up. The Raptors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Ross sets a screen for Joseph. The feed to Patterson. Biombo, the pass to Patterson. Can't get it to go.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
And the basket by Olynnyk.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
There's the pick. Ross kicks to Patterson. And it's Joseph, top of the key. High, arcing shot. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Powell.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And it's Freak missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Ross, that's good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Celtics have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Now, here's Thomas. He's tightly guarded. Here's Rosario. The shot will not go. And Toronto will go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. There's the pick. Here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets it to go.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Thomas dishes to Freak. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And here's a look at the stats for Biombo. Good season for him last year. 4th in rebounding. And he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And he's so physical and explosive. I mean, you really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebound.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Nicholson's checked in for Johnson. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And the Raptors also making a change. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Ross. Now Smart. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's the break. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Smart.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Celtics trail by 6. And they call an illegal screen here.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Joseph, the pass to Patterson. Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Back to Patterson. He kicks it to Powell. 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. Nicholson grabs the board.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Now here's Crowder. Patterson defending. Here's Rosario. Boston again missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
That's tipped. To the paint. Got a piece of it. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Biyombo's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Here's DeRozan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
They just have not been able to handle DeRozan. He has 17 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line. Not just getting there, but converting.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Powell. Celtics trail by 8. Smart with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Olynyk. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And so Olynyk nails both of them. Toronto leading by 6. Outside Lowry. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
To the wing right side. And stolen by Patterson. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Freak. To the inside. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. Dishes to Lowry. Good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Valanciunas is checked in for Patterson. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Joseph.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A baseline J, and the shot is long. Toronto leading by 11. And here's Lowry. 15 points in the game. Valanciunas, good.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Here's Rosario. Off target with that shot. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter, the final quarter. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to...
You got to forget about that one.
Kyle, how big a fact?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith without